So this game has two different game modes. It basically has a Battle Royale PUBG-esque game mode, and then it has a game mode that is basically mimicking Battlefield if PUBG and Battlefield had a baby. The first gameplay that I'm going to show you is the PUBG-esque Battle Royale game mode. The idea here is that you have to get these Q-on extractions and get as much of that as possible. You can either find these in the world or you find extractors like this one, and you have to put it into the ground, extract it from the earth, and then you are able to successfully get more of it. The first person to 100,000 Q-on is then able to go to an extraction point, to a helicopter. Every team is notified where that helicopter is going to be landing, and they are able to then successfully take out anybody that is trying to extract, or they can defend themselves from that point and take out anybody that's trying to kill them. Just like any Battle Royale, you start out in a helicopter, you get dropped into a position that you want to go. There's loot all over the place. Just like PUBG, it is tiered loot. You have different tiers, the green, blue, and purple, everything that you have seen in previous games, that is all here in this game. Dropping in, you're able to obviously get very quick, easy access to different ammo, grenades, bandages, all sorts of floor loot that you can find. And there are these crates that you're going to find that sometimes have weapons in them or different types of items, as well as Q-on different things found around the map. Now, the main focus is definitely to go and get all of this Q-on first to 100,000. So it really feels like Plunder from Warzone mixed with PUBG. I found this that you can lay down and you can do some of the movement similar to that of Ghost Recon Breakpoint and Arma, which I thought was a really cool addition to the game. And it's nice to see something like this in some more arcade-esque games. But of course, then you have moments like this where you fall through the map, and this is ridiculous. I thought this was hilarious, but the audio got so loud. Take a listen. Oh. Sweet. Ah! Movement, when it's solid, it just feels good. It feels very similar to that of Ghost Recon Wildlands or Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I would say, is the most similar feel I can say when the game isn't having its frame rate or optimization issues. I think the weirdest part about this game is the fact that when there is no noise happening at all, aka no one's taking steps or anything like that, it is just dead silent. There is not a single thing going on. No background music, no ambient wind or birds chirping, anything like that. And it feels kind of awkward and takes you out of that realm of the game for a little bit. So these are the extractors that I'm talking about, where you place these on the actual clouds of Q-on and you are able to extract it after a certain amount of time. That will go up. You can then go collect it, and it takes a little bit to collect it. I think like 4 point whatever seconds, maybe 5 seconds to collect it. While this is happening though, as the game and time is going on, you're going to have these meteorites that drop consistently and are going to push these clouds in the ever favorite Battle Royale no-go zone. Those are the areas that you obviously have to avoid, and if you get in the smoke, you do have a gas mask that you can use. But you really want to avoid these areas because of how toxic the fumes will get. With how my frame rate was acting and the connections and lag to the servers, I was having a lot of issues where it wasn't as stable or smooth as some other game modes that are out there. For me, this game mode definitely wasn't the one that was pulling me in to try out CROWZ. It was for sure one that helped the game have a different game mode that, of course, everybody's screaming and crying for a Battle Royale nowadays, and this is what this game mode is basically doing. Moving on to the other game mode, which is the Conquest game mode, basically just like Battlefield. Imagine if PUBG and Battlefield had a baby, like I was saying before. That is this game mode right here. These are all of the weapons within the game here. I'll let you pause and go through and take a look at all of them if you want. I'm just going to click through them very quickly. Now, I will say one thing that I did like is the actual gunplay, because the gunplay felt pretty smooth as far as when you do actually get shots on. It feels like there is a learning curve that you're going to have to learn how to use these weapons efficiently rather than just spraying everywhere and having no recoil. The fact that these guns do have a recoil pattern is really nice, and it's a nice change of pace from a lot of different games that are out on the market. Unlocks feel very similar to Call of Duty, where you get kills and you start to unlock things as you get more kills, giving you a better opportunity to get some more control and better viewing experience on some of the weapon systems that you are using. I have been seeing some videos pop up on YouTube of people saying, hey, is this going to be some competition for Battlefield? I really don't think so. Especially looking at the player count, and with the game being in early access, that's something else to keep in mind. This game is still early access, so there's a lot of work that could be done and can be done to fix it up, to make it a little bit more efficient, maybe a little bit better running. But I really don't enjoy third-person shooters that go into first-person like this when it's in a larger scale open field like this. That's what my problem is with PUBG if you were doing third-person. I like to play PUBG in first-person only because I hate the fact that you can just look around corners. There's no repercussion to doing this, and on top of it, there seems to be a emphasis on hip firing with close range that just seems to work really well in third-person, where you can just kind of go all over the place with your mouse and get hits. So I'm not a big fan of that either. Just like in Battlefield, you can spawn on your squad mates here, which is very nice. It's a very easy click on them on the map, just like in Battlefield, and you can spawn right on them. I did drop my settings from very high at the very beginning, which is what it's on at default, down to medium to see if that would help, and that did seem to alleviate some of the performance issues I was having. However, even when areas were getting really clogged up like this here, it was very, very clear that this game is still going to have some performance issues, even if there's a lot going on screen when you drop the settings down. Basically, the entirety of the game is no different than many of the shooters on the market right now. I definitely am going to check out the future updates because I think it's interesting. Honestly, I'm completely content with playing games that are more like Insurgency Sandstorm for that more arcadey gunplay, and it's strictly first person. If you really like that third person feel, I really can't think of a game on the market right now that has a PvP aspect similar to this game on a large scale with 32v32 that is third and first person. Is it worth giving a try because it's free? Of course it is. And maybe you'll have a better experience playing it than I did personally, but it does have its moments. It does have some fun times. You can see some of the A10 Warthogs coming and doing some gun runs. They do have some artillery that can be called in. So there's a lot of different things that are going on at one time, which makes this game feel very chaotic and hectic, similar to what Battlefield has. Now, this was something that surprised me. I actually got put into a queue to get into the game. And remember, looking at how many people are in the game currently, it's 1,483 from Steam. Overall, right now, I would probably give the game about a 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. It's nothing groundbreaking right now. It takes elements of other games that we've already seen and have played and just combines them, which is a fun idea. However, when put in practice, it definitely needs some work. And not being able to change servers right now, maybe that's just an issue that's going on with the server as I was playing the game today. But that's something that needs to be worked out. Obviously, early access, we know this game will get better with time, hopefully. And I'll definitely be checking this game out in the future and seeing what they can come up with to maybe make things a little more efficient. However, as of right now, definitely going to be just putting the video out and waiting to see what type of content they release for it to see if the update will be able to make the game a little more optimized, a little bit smoother gameplay, and maybe add some more content. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate you. Be sure to tune in on twitch.tv/SergeantMadmax. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sundays, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I appreciate you all. Take it easy, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye.
I got the shivers. What